Serious matters now on Goldie in Shortland Street as Sue finally learns the terrible truth about Libby's shocking ordeal. This episode contains scenes that some viewers may find upsetting or disturbing.
I mean, staying out all hours is one thing, but taking drugs, well, that was a nasty shock.
Are you telling me that your lad's been encouraging Stuart to take drugs?
I've just checked the dangerous drugs. There are sizable quantities of pethidine and omnipon missing. Given our security, it has to be someone from inside the clinic. It's not one of my nurses, you can be sure of that.
Well, what about Steve Mills? He's usually involved in some shady scheme or other.
Look, I know he's a bit of a hustler, but he's no drug dealer.
Who did the last inventory?
Jackie, and it wasn't her, I'm positive of that.
Are you sure? Since the accident, she's been very depressed.
Michael, if you're looking for another excuse to get rid of her...
Of course I'm not. All I'm saying is it may pay to keep an eye on her. On everyone, for that matter, but a bit of discretion,
Is there anything else I should know?
I had a visit from the drug squad the other day. They were rather interested in Hone and the time he spent in Guatemala.
Did they say what it was about?
Apparently they're investigating missing medical supplies, specifically missing drugs.
Well, that could explain a phone conversation I overheard earlier.
Look, you don't believe that I'd do anything to hurt Libby, do you?
No, of course not.
But you've both been acting strange all night. I wondered what it was.
Well, it's because we knew and you didn't. Now it's out in the open. We know there's nothing to it.
Where are you going?
Down to that clinic. I'm going to get this sorted out before it goes any further.
Well, don't you think you should wait till you've calmed down a bit?
I'm not going to calm down until I've set this so-called doctor straight. Are you coming?
Hang on, mate. Don't do anything you might regret.
The only thing I regret is that she's female. Otherwise I'd have the satisfaction of punching her bloody lights out.
Howdy. Hi. What's that smell?
Food. Thought I'd cook.
Is someone coming around?
No, I just thought it'd be nice. Of course I had to buy a few things.
I've only got a 20.
Oh, that should about cover it. Thank you. Looks real enough. So, when are you going to tell me we got the money from, Sam?
I'm not.
Sam, I thought we were friends.
We are, so long as you stop hassling me.
Yeah, sure, but...
No. I don't want to discuss it.
Of course, I've always let you in on the action whenever I had a deal going. Not that that means you have to do the same for me.
Good.
If I don't come home one night, tell the police to drag the river. I'll be the one wearing cement shoes.
Nah, they'll probably just beat you up a bit.
Man, look, you don't know what this restaurant mafia are like. If I don't come up with a refund for that dud wine, I'll be history, man. Please, Sam, tell me where you got the money. Give me a break.
You promise you won't tell?
Look, I cross my heart.
Okay, hold on.
Leave it!
Hello? Oh, Mum. Yeah, sorry I couldn't come. I was on duty.
Liar.
Yep, you will tell Reverend, won't you? I'll see you at church on Sunday. Bye.
Well, what was it?
Mum.
No, I mean the scam. Where'd the money come from?
Sorry, I can't tell.
What do you think? That'll really suit you. It's lovely. Do you knit much?
Oh, I haven't done for ages, but I've been meaning to. I mean, the amount of times you sit around on night duty with nothing to do.
I tried to knit a jersey once. It was a complete disaster. I'm still waiting to meet a 3-armed, barrel-chested dwarf that I can give it to.
Doctor, there's a client waiting if you're ready.
Of course.
Jackie, when you took over this afternoon, you did the drug inventory.
Yeah.
And you checked it with the outgoing staff?
Yeah, with Steve Mills. Why, is there a problem?
Well, there's a bit of a discrepancy, but perhaps someone's neglected to sign something out since. Never mind. I'll go through it again in the morning.
Well, you sure? I could check if you like.
No, but when you hand over, you'll see that I've marked off some pethidine. Let the night staff know.
Sure.
Well, I'm off now. Have a good evening.
Night, Miss Burton.
What the hell do you think you're up to, lady?
Gary!
What right have you got saying those things to my friends?
Please calm down.
You tell her. Tell her, Sue. I'd never do anything like that.
What's going on here?
It's all right, Carrie. If you could just look after Mr. Thompson here, please. Perhaps we could go somewhere a little less public.
You've got a bloody cheek. Running off at the mouth, spreading lies.
I haven't accused you of anything.
Garbage.
Gary?
Listen to me, please. Libby is obviously a very disturbed child. She needs to talk. She came to me, and she almost did. But when you walked in, well, you saw her reaction. And then there was the business with the contraceptives.
Well, I don't know where she got that stupid idea from.
She said someone made her do it. A boyfriend.
That's nonsense. She doesn't have a boyfriend.
Exactly. So who suggested it? If I suspect an incidence of child abuse, then my first priority has to be to the child.
So you go around talking to my friends, making out that I'm some kind of pervert.
That's not true.
All right. So Libby doesn't like me. It's not exactly uncommon between children and their stepfathers, is it?
Neither is sexual abuse.
You bitch. You're twisting everything I say.
Perhaps if I could see Libby again, talk to her, then maybe we don't have to go back to social welfare.
You know what you can do with that idea?
Why? Surely if you've got nothing to hide.
Because you'll twist everything I say to suit your own ideas. I'm not going to be a scapegoat for your latest trendy little theories.
Why don't we let Sue decide?
Perhaps it would be better if she did have a talk.
See what you've done? You're turning her against me now.
I'm not against
Then
you.
prove it. Prove that you trust me.
Of course I do. It's up to Gary.
Please, be reasonable for Libby's sake.
You heard her. No. Come on, Sue, let's get out of here. Don't want to hear any more of this crap.
Sorry.
Sue!
Where'd the money come from, Sam?
It's going to be a nice day, don't you think?
No, I don't think. It's another day closer to me being dead. I thought you were a Christian.
Hey, leave that out of it. Okay, so I came into a bit of spare cash. There's nothing wrong with that. I got lucky, that's all.
Who was the last one at the sink?
I guess it was me.
Sam, when we said the ambulance staff could share our facilities, it was on the clear understanding that you would clean up after yourselves.
Yes, Miss Burton.
It wasn't Sam's fault. It was me.
Well, you should know better. Clean it up.
Sorry.
You didn't need to cover for me.
I know. But that's the kind of things I do for my friend Sam.
Okay, if I tell you where I got it, you promise not to breathe a word to anyone?
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
But I thought you said it was important.
I was just finding out what kind of friend you really were.
Please, mate. I'd feel better if I told you. I'd kind of like to get it off my chest.
Okay, tell me where you got the money.
You won't tell anyone, especially not my family. They'd be hurt bad if they knew what a sinner I was.
Hey, mate, what have you got yourself into?
I just couldn't help it. The temptation was too great. I couldn't stop myself.
And?
Tom had a hot tip. There's this horse at the races. So I bet on it.
And?
It won.
That's it.
Mum would say Satan was already packing my bags. In our family, gambling is the worst thing.
Don't worry, mate. Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks, mate. You know, I feel better already, just talking about it.
Does Tom often get these tips?
He's got a friend who works at the stables.
Oh, interesting.
Beautiful morning.
Isn't it glorious? Oh, Marge, is Stuart tutoring Nick this afternoon?
Yes.
He's doing a wonderful job. Nick's results have improved out of sight.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, but I just hope he doesn't lead Stuart astray again.
Oh, I think he's learned his lesson.
Time will no doubt tell. Busy day?
As usual, Michael stops himself far too much. Really wish he'd slow down.
Oh, hello, Sue.
I'm sorry about last night. Gary doesn't often lose his temper, but when he does...
Well, I hope he set Dr. Fleming straight. Not that I wish her any ill, but she does tend to be a bit hoity-toity. Won't do her any harm to be brought down to earth now and then.
Well, actually, that's who I'd like to see.
Who? Dr. Fleming?
Is she available?
Yes, I think so. Dr. Fleming to reception, Dr. Fleming.
Does Gary know you're here?
No, he'd hit the roof. Well, you saw what he was like last night.
Does he often lose his temper, get violent?
We've been together for 3 years now. I've never seen him like that before. He's usually so easygoing.
Oh, let me be straight with you, Sue. Do you think he could be sexually abusing Libby?
No. He's so thoughtful and caring. He couldn't possibly do anything like that.
Well, could there be a problem elsewhere? A male friend or relative that Libby sees?
Well, she stays with her father, John, every second weekend. But, well, apart from his new girlfriend, he doesn't have any regular friends. He's too busy for a start off.
Is she fond of your ex-husband?
Very. I love Gary so much. When John left me, I thought, that's it. Life over. Oh, I had a couple of bad years. And then Gary. I couldn't believe my luck. But now, I don't know what to think.
Oh, don't jump to conclusions. We must be sure of our facts first.
But how?
Well, talk to Libby. Or more importantly, listen to her. I think she's a very frightened little girl. She needs you.
I think I'm frightened too. Of what she might say.
Well, there's no easy way, but perhaps if I talk to you and Libby together...
Oh, I just wished I could close my eyes and make all this go away. I'll get Libby from school.
I can understand how difficult this must be for you.
No. I don't think you can. Not really. Last night, Gary wanted to hold me. You know, to make love. When he touched me, it made my skin crawl. But I had to pretend, otherwise he would have been so hurt. I don't think our relationship will survive this. Whether he's done anything to Libby or not.
Purcell presents The Next Generation. Stains today will help them get ready for tomorrow. Purcell removes tough stains like tomato sauce, even in a quick wash. For the next generation of kids, Purcell, dirt is good.
Summertime is a time to shine for your nails. Make them look beautiful to complete your perfect summer look. From the Shoal Foot Experts, the electronic nail care system for filing, buffing and polishing, and a nourishing oil to give natural shine and soft cuticles to your toe and fingernails. Jump into summer with beautiful summer nails. From Shoal.
This week at Lidl, you can get a dashboard camera for $29.99 and a pressure washer for $39.99. For Monday the 18th of July at Lidl.
A BLT is good. A BLT with Hellmann's is the best. Nothing tastes like it. Hellmann's, bring out the best.
Standard aerosols may contain added water, which could eventually fall down and spoil the experience. Introducing Airwick Pure with no added water, so you can experience a great fragrance with no wet spray. Airwick Pure, just fragrance, no wet spray. E45 24-hour moisturizing spray. Absorbs fast. Available now.
The big, the bang, the big, the bang, the big. revolution. Oh, it ain't gonna last forever. So big bang. Together we're starting a revolution. Oh, it ain't gonna last forever. So big bang.
Oh, what? Brung? What are you doing sneaking on with me like that?
I didn't sneak up on you, mate. You were fast asleep.
No, I wasn't. I was thinking.
You always snore when you think, do you?
Sometimes. If you're looking for young Sam, he's round the back.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, yeah, what about?
I heard you gave Sam a hot tip at the races the other day.
Yeah, lucky beggar.
Oh, didn't you clean up as well?
No, too clever, you see. I went for the trifecta. My horse went down in the third leg. Still, there's always next time.
Oh, another tip, eh?
Sure as I'm standing here, only this time I'll put it on the nose.
What's the horse?
Keep it yourself.
Of course, mate.
And I wouldn't want my source getting bagged for giving inside information.
Look, I won't tell a soul. Promise.
Daniel's dilemma in the 4th this afternoon. It'll romp in. 12 to 1, mate. We'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
Why don't you like Gary, darling? You never let him hug you or play with you or anything.
I don't want to.
But why not? I always used to play with your father. Perhaps if you told me why.
I can't.
But of course you can. You think I'll punish you?
No.
Well, you don't think Gary would hurt you, do you? Oh, he really is a very nice man. I love him. And I know you would too if you just tried. Can't you do that? For Mummy? Talk to me, Libby. Please, I have to know. Why don't you like Gary? What's he done to you?
Let go, you're hurting me.
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean to. Perhaps we better go and see the doctor. Okay?
Still feeling guilty, eh?
All my life I've heard about the wages of sin. Just can't get it out of my head.
Got any money left?
Only 100. I was thinking of putting it in a plate on Sunday.
Nah. Don't do that.
Why not? I'd feel better.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd approve. I mean, seeing how you won it and everything in the first place.
What else can I do with it?
Lend it to me. Please, Sam. I'm scared, man. Those guys can come after me any day now, and when they do...
It's only 100.
But it's a start. Please.
All right. At least I guess I'm using it to help someone out. I guess that's something, right?
Yeah, man. You're a good Samaritan.
Where are you going?
I'm off down the pub. Tom's put me into a sure thing on the 4th this Arvo.
I bet. You're going to put that money on a horse?
Yeah, sure am, man. 12 to 1.
You can't. It's wrong.
Sam, do I ever force my religious beliefs on you? I mean, do I?
You don't have any religious beliefs.
Exactly. Be good.
Do you know why you're here, Libby?
Because there's something wrong with me.
What's wrong with you?
I'm bad.
Who says you're bad?
Mum thinks I'm bad because I don't like him.
Who? Gary. Why don't you like him? If he's done something to you, if you're frightened of him, then you've got to speak up. You've got to tell me so we can stop it from happening again.
He'll be angry with me.
But he can't hurt you. If you tell me what he's done, I'll stop him from going anywhere near you again. You haven't done anything wrong. He's the one who's been bad. If he's touched you or done things you don't like, you've got to tell me. I promise you we'll believe you.
No! Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
Libby!
No!
If
If in your heart of hearts you believe Gary couldn't have done it, then stick by him.
But Libby has been acting strangely for some time now. It's all quiet and withdrawn. We never used to have secrets, but now she doesn't talk to me. And the teacher says she's behind with her schoolwork. I mean, what else could it be?
Heaven knows. But if you don't want to lose Gary, you've got to trust him. And let him know that you do. Tell him.
Trouble is, Marge, I don't know if I do.
Oh, here she is. Hello, Lib.
Marge, could you take Libby through to the kitchen and get her a drink of water?
Oh, well, I can do better than that. We'll go over the road and get a glass of lemonade. Do you like that, sweetheart?
I'm positive now that someone is abusing her.
Gary?
She wouldn't say.
But you think it could be?
I don't know, but she's obviously very frightened. Is it possible for Gary to stay somewhere else until we know more?
But it's his house too.
I know, but our first concern must be Libby. I'll have to contact social welfare.
What then?
They'll send someone round to see you. I'm sorry, Sue. Really, I am. Look, if Libby needs to see me again, for whatever reason, tell her. Tell her I'm always available.
I will. Thank you.
And it's Daniel's Dilemma by a length, followed by Worthington's Hope, and then Carry On Heavy by a half hit. As they come into the straight, it's Daniel's Dilemma all the way. Worthington's Hope is dropping back, coming up on the inside. It's Longy's shot under the whip. He settles down with Daniel's Dilemma. Daniel's Dilemma and Longy's shot, neck for neck, stride for stride. Oh, but Daniel's Dilemma starting to fade very quickly. It's Longy's shot that wins the money. Carry On Herbie in second place, then followed home by Straw Boy third.
Well, better luck next time.
I thought you said it was a sure thing, man.
Well, it was, nearly. But you can't be 100% certain all the time.
That's it. I'm dead meat. What are you looking so smug about?
I wasn't. And Stevie, about that money you owe me? Forget it, okay? I don't want it.
Looking forward to seeing you soon, etc., etc. Thanks, Jenny. If you could fax that off as soon as possible.
Okay, is that all?
I think so.
Have you had any lunch yet, Michael?
No.
Shall I ring across the road?
You spoil me.
Well, someone has to. You won't do it yourself.
Oh, Jenny. Carrie seems to think some drugs have gone missing from the locked cabinet. Don't spread it about, but if you could just keep your eyes open.
Do you have any idea who it could be?
No, not yet. Did Nick ever tell you where he got those pills from?
Nick? Oh, Michael, you don't think Nick could do something like that?
Well, we have to think of all the possibilities. Nick knows his way around the clinic, and no one would think twice of seeing him hang around the corridors. And I'm sure he could get hold of the keys if he really wanted to.
But he wouldn't dare.
Jenny, I'm not accusing him. Like I said, it's just a possibility. So if you could just keep your eyes open.
Don't worry, I will.
Oh, Jackie, did Miss Burton see you?
What about?
She was looking for someone to do a double shift.
Oh, not me. I've got a date.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you remember Luke, the reporter? He's doing an article on the clinic.
Oh, do you think that's wise? I mean, under the circumstances.
We're going out to dinner, Marge. I promise I'll practice safe eating.
But I didn't
know what you meant.
Good afternoon. Shortland Street Accident Emergency Centre.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you speak up a bit? Yes. Yes, she is. She's right here. Dr. Fleming, it's for you. Sounds like a child.
Hello, Dr. Fleming.
Marge, did you see Jackie?
Yes, but she's already knocked off.
Oh, damn. We'll see if you can track down any of the other nurses.
Well, just tell me where you are and I'll come there. Yes, I know the place. Just wait there for me, okay? Yes, I promise.
Meredith, we're sure...
Sorry, I can't stop. I've got to go out for a while.
Yes, but...
Libby! 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 Libby, what's happened? What's the matter?
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance, I would dream Shortland Street. miss yesterdays and another place gets living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see Shortland Street.
Nutty guests next this afternoon here on Goldie. Jerry's here in a couple of minutes.
Airborne pollen can leave your eyes feeling irritated, uncomfortable, and damaged. Optrex Actimist is specifically designed to repair your eye's lipid layer and relieve the irritation as you blink. Optrex Actimist, and introducing Optrex Hay Fever Relief Drops.